Hello, hello. I don't know if anyone's here. Say hey in the chat if you're here. I'm like slightly early, vaguely early. Also, let me know if my connection is okay if you're here, because my Wi-Fi signal is apparently not great right now. Story of my effing life. But yeah, let me know. Someone, please. Can you hear me? I think there might be a delay in the chat or something. That's a little blurry. Okay, yeah, that's probably this poor connection happening. I'm not using the internet for literally anything else right now other than this computer. So I don't know why it's bad. Okay, hopefully it'll fucking fix itself. Yeah, it says if you're on Wi-Fi, move closer. I'm literally directly next to my router. it's right there. Anyway, all right. Let's get this show on the road, this chat on the road. For anyone who just randomly popped in for some unknown reason, we're talking about this book, Age of Empyre by Michael J. Sullivan, the final book, book 6 in the Legends of the First Empire series. This conversation is going to be very spoilery. So if you plan to read this series, if you're in the middle of reading the series and you've not read this book yet, get the F out of here. I mean, unless you don't care about spoilers, I suppose. There are some people who don't. And I actually do have, excuse me, wow. As I told you all last time, I was thinking of doing a vlog, like a reaction vlog, and I did. However, editing that thing has been a time. And plus, I didn't want to have it post prior to this conversation. So I think next week sometime I'll have that posted. It's like, I see people do like reading vlogs and they're so cute and it's so like aesthetic and atmospheric and they've got like the B-roll, like the really cute B-roll and everything. Mine is not that. It's literally just me reacting as I'm reading. Like I just cut out all the bullshit. A couple times I left in like just me reading and sped it up a lot. But for the most part, it's just me like sitting there reading and then being like, so this crazy thing just happened and like giving my thoughts and reacting to things. And, you know, a few times where I'm like, ah, like gasping or starting to cry as I'm reading. So hopefully it will be a fun time. But yeah, it's not like some nice fancy reading vlog or anything like that. Yeah, I have some notes. I kind of just went through all my tabs and like wrote down some notes of like, ooh, yeah, I want to talk about that. Okay, first and foremost, can we just talk about the opening of this book? Like the first fucking sentence, I gasped out loud and I was like, no, because Ivor is here. Oh my God, I like lost my shit when I read that. Genuinely, I was panicking a little bit because freaking Roan is there and like was falling into the abyss. Like, I don't want Roan to meet Ivor. And she did, briefly, thank God. But yeah, I was definitely panicking for a second right there at the beginning. 1000%. But yay, Gifford. Gifford saves the day because he's Gifford and he's awesome, obviously. Right here, one of my emotional tabs where Roan latched onto his arm with surprising strength. Don't leave me. I'm not going anywhere, he assured her, and you should know by now, I'll never leave you. Oh, I just love them so much. They're so cute. I can't. They're so cute. Oh my God. I also was like Tressa, her whole thing in this whole thing, like lying the whole time, and she knew that Bryn was gonna be the only one to make it. I was like, oh dang. Like Tressa kinda I mean, she lied to everyone, but like she had to. You know what I mean? And like she kind of came in clutch. Like she got this whole thing together. Like she not done all of this, like this wouldn't have happened. I mean, and Malcolm knew that obviously. That's why he picked her and like told her what he told her and set her off on this journey. But like, yeah, she kind of saved everyone by doing this and telling them and like keeping the secret like she needed to. Like she came in clutch, you know? So I liked that. And then there was an emotional part too where oh no, I didn't write this one down. Oh yeah, right here. When Bryn is saying goodbye, which made me really emotional. But when she's talking to Tressa and she's like basically telling Tressa like I can forgive you and blah blah blah. And saying like people can change. I think you have, or you've always been a good person, but the world never gave you a chance to show your true colors. Either way, I see them now, and I think you're something special. And then Tressa says, and that's why you're as bright as a morning star. And it just made me cry. Oh my God. Hello, Urza. Yeah, it was just so emotional. So yeah, you know, Tressa, she should due credit, you know, she is due some credit. Malcolm being like just behind everything since before Persephone was born, like setting up for her to marry Reglan so that she could become chieftain when Reglan died. Like he knew all of this. Crazy, truly crazy. Like he knows everything, you know? And that's part of, not to jump ahead a little bit, but that's part of why Nifron drove me so crazy in this, because like he has had so much evidence that Malcolm is something more than just a guy. And he's still like up until the very end, towards the end, he said something like, unless you're going to tell me, or says something like you're lying. He's like, unless you're about to tell me that you invented war or something. Yeah, he did actually. Like he's just so he doubts everything. And which is fine, whatever, but like at a certain point you got to start believing this shit, you know? How much evidence do you need to be shown before you're like, "Oh, maybe this is real. Maybe this guy is something." And he just refuses to believe it, and it kind of drove me nuts in this book. I was like, "Dude, you're so stupid." Oh, the freaking goblins, I have questions. And I don't know if, for those of you that have read the Rhaeria books, maybe there's like more of an explanation there. I plan on reading them soon-ish, but like maybe there's more of an explanation. Because like the goblins were talked about and like alluded to throughout this whole series. And then they show up and like kind of wreak havoc for a hot second. And then they just like dip out again. But like, I have so many questions with the goblins. And I'm wondering if my questions will be answered when I read Rhaeria. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, those of you that have read it, you do know. But don't spoil anything for me, please. I also, by the way, and I know this is like not the right way, because I keep being told that with the Rhaeria books that you should read Revelations before Chronicles. And the way that it is that Rhaeria Revelations was published first, and then Chronicles was published after that, but it is a prequel series, right? But everyone's like, no, you got to read Revelations first, and then read the prequel. But I think someone in the chat, in the Discord, might have been the one to say it, or maybe someone in one of my videos said, if you've read Legends of the First Empire first, then it makes more sense to read Chronicles before Revelation, since you're then like reading it in chronological order. And I feel like that's probably what I'm going to do. So I don't know if like a bunch of people think that's wrong. Let me know. But yeah, I plan on reading. I was going to wait to read any of the Rhaeria books and read the, what's it called? Nolan, but like that series, but I don't know when that series is supposed to be finished. It's going to be a trilogy and it's already like done or whatever, but I don't know when he's like publishing them. So I'll probably just wait on Nolan and read Nolan like later, a different time. Because I don't want to have to wait to get to Rhaeria until that series is all fully published. Unless it's going to be done like next year. I can go on his website and double check. I'm not sure. If anyone knows off the top of your head, let me know. But anyway, yeah, I have questions about the goblins. Okay, Aaron's saying, yeah, do Chronicles and Revelations. Okay. See? That's what I'm saying. That's what I've heard. Freaking Wraith showing up. I was not prepared. I don't know why I wasn't even thinking about where Wraith was. Because I guess I just thought he was like in the dragon. So I didn't think he would be in fire or whatever. Is that how you pronounce it? Fire? I don't know. I just didn't think he would be there. Because I thought he was like in the dragon still. So I was completely caught off guard seeing Wraith. And I love that he is in Alison or whatever. Like love that for him because he's obviously very heroic and sacrificed himself for everyone. So I really liked that. And yeah, it completely caught me off guard because like I said, I just wasn't even thinking of where he would be because I just didn't think he was there. I thought he was still in the dragon. And then, oh my God, freaking Minna, I didn't piece that together. Like I kept being like, who is the Guardian gonna fucking be? Because it's obviously got to be someone we know. It wouldn't be hyped up this much and then be a new character that like we've never fucking heard of. So I'm like, is it going to be someone in like this mythology like that we're not thinking of, or like who could it be? Like I just really had no idea, and I literally didn't have an idea until Brynn got there, and then like she said she heard a weird noise or whatever, and I was like, could it be a wolf? And then I got really excited, and then it was, oh my God. I was so excited. It was so great. Such a great reveal. Like the wisest of wolves. I love it so much. So yeah, that was awesome. It was like really, really awesome moment. And then the reunion when Suri saw Minna, like, so good. So good. Yeah, Minna was absolutely the best. Sorry, I've got something in my eye apparently. What in the frick? Is it an eyelash? Do we know? We do not. Sorry. It's like really bugging me. Okay, I think I got it. So sorry. And then another emotional moment was when Brynn and Suri were talking, and Brynn said, "You sure?" And I was like, "Oh," and then Suri like, you know, that like jolted her heart, and then she was like, "Pretty sure." I was like, "Oh my God, my heart." He is so good at doing that. Michael J. Sullivan is so good at those quick emotional callbacks. Like a really quick, just freaking arrow right to your heart real fast, little emotional callback. And I love it. Oh my God, I love it so much. He doesn't like dwell in it for pages and pages. And it's not like so subtle that you miss it. It's like it's an arrow to the heart. You feel it and you're like, oh God. Ow, my heart. That's one note I wrote is ow, my heart. Yeah, anything with Suri and Ariane, like, oh, because she was such like a mentor and almost like a mother figure, a big sister figure, like what have you. Oh, it was so great. They were friends. You know? I have one note that just says, Nifron, you're dumb. The whole thing where he fought the dragon, like Wraith, and like everyone was watching, and then Malcolm was like, Persephone, stop. It has to happen. He has to be like the hero that slayed the dragon. But I'm like, it's their dragon though? Like, I don't understand why everyone would think he was a hero for killing the dragon that's just been chilling by their camp for years. Like, I don't get it, other than the fact that the dragon, like, got up to, like, protect Persephone for a second, but, like, I would think everyone would understand that. I don't know. That plot point was a little like, that doesn't really make sense to me. Like, logically. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I might have just been being a little harsh. But either way, Nifron's stupid. Like, and he's like yanking Persephone around. Like, sir, get your fucking hands off of her. He's like dragging her around the camp and stuff. Like, no, she's the freaking leader here, really. You fool. Oh, he drove me nuts. I don't love that he's like emperor, but that is another thing too. Like, I do believe that Malcolm is like redeemed, and I believe that Malcolm is good now. Whereas Treelos, I believe, is evil now. So I'm curious if in Nolan we get any more information, or in the Rhaeria books. That's like thousands of years later, so I don't know. Like, I guess it would only be with like the mythology, right? It's not directly happening. Oh, I had a random note here that it doesn't matter, and I don't think, at least currently it doesn't matter. I don't know if it matters later, but I wrote that I think Grindal killed Mondelez's brother, because there was that part where they were talking about Mondelez's brother, Peridian, and they were talking about how he died, and whoever was telling Mondelez, I can't remember, I don't know if it was his mom or whatever, but they said Grindal was the only one with him at the time. And I was like, wait a minute, that's suspicious, because Grindal was terrible and very ambitious. So it would not surprise me if Grindal killed him. But like I said, I don't think it matters unless I don't know why that would come into play later in anything, but that was just a thought I had. Gifford meeting his mom was another like, oh, yay moment. I'm so glad he got that, because like his mom was so beloved by everyone and everything, and like he never got to meet her, and so that was just a very touching little moment. I loved it. Suri freaking drying up the river real quick. Like, hello? What? Like, just real easy. Just like, oh, we don't need this river anymore. Like, what the frick? She's so powerful. Oh my god. Oh, and then when Bryn dies, finally, and her last thought is, hang on, Tesh, I'm coming. And I just can't. Oh my god. I have other thoughts on that in just a second. My favorite chapter was probably the whole Mondelez thing. Oh yeah, Mondelez is such a little bitch. I hate him so much, so freaking much. My last like thought that I had, or like question I was left with, was, and I'm sure it's in Rhaeria or something, who's the baby, the descendant of Persephone that Malcolm tells her about, who's gonna be born alone in a gutter somewhere and is gonna be like crapped on by everyone, and she's like, and he's gonna change the world, and then she's like, oh well, he's got to be an amazing person, right? If he's gonna like change the world, he's got to be as brave as, you know, Bryn, and as strong as someone, like whatever. And then Malcolm is like, nah, not really. He's gonna be a terrible, terrible human being. And so then she's like, what? And he's like, I believe everyone is worthy of redemption. So I'm like, who's this person? Who is this person? I need to know. I'm certain it's got to be in the Rhaeria books, right? Oh man, yeah, exactly, Ashley. Like, I want to read them. I want to know who this is and what their like redemption arc is, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like someone who's like an awful person, but then gets redeemed somehow. Like, who is it? I want to know. Okay, and then the ending. So the ending of the book. So this book as the ending of the series, I really liked it as the ending of the series. I mean, I gave the book 5 stars, but like, I thought it was a good finale to this whole series, right? And the actual ending, like the final scene of the book, I like it. You know, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, excuse me, by any means. Okay. But I just wanted something a bit more emotional, I guess, because we ended with Malcolm and Muriel. And like, obviously, Malcolm was a very important character in this whole story. Like, he was the puppet master behind it all, right? And he's the core of this, of this like redemption theme that we're exploring here. And like Muriel played a pretty big part too. And like a lot of his redemption is wrapped up in like how he treated Muriel and what he did to Muriel. Whatever, I get all of that. So I'm not mad at it. But we weren't like super emotionally connected to them. So I didn't like feel that much with that final scene. And then I read the acknowledgments, or not the acknowledgments, but his wife's note, Robin's afterward. And she mentioned that she would have liked to see this scene. And like, I would have loved for this to be the final scene. I would have loved to see Brynn back in fire, because she died, walking up to the door to Elysin, right? And right near the door to Elysin is that like the tower that they had to climb to get out of the abyss, right? And the last we saw Tesh was him getting ready to try to climb that, and Tressa being like, I ain't gonna make it, bro. Like, just leave me. And him being like, all right, here I go. I would have loved to see Brynn walking up to that door, like, all right, here I go. I'm dead. I'm going to Elysin. And seeing Tesh sitting there at the top of that tower waiting for her by that door. I would have loved that so much. Like, if that had been the final scene of the book, oh my God, I think I would have just been like sobbing. Not because of Tesh that much, but Brynn, right? Like seeing Brynn get like that final moment. And like in Robin's afterwards, she's like, I'm imagining that that's what happened and whatever. And I'm like, yes, I wanted that, you know? Like, I would have loved that. And like I said, I'm still not like mad about the actual final scene. Like, it's cool. I don't like hate it or anything like that. But that would have just been much more impactful for me, because it would have been a character that we had like an emotional connection with, you know, versus Muriel and Malcolm, who were important for sure, but we didn't have like a super deep emotional connection with these characters. So yeah, I still don't feel like I can say like I was disappointed with the end scene, because I wasn't disappointed with it, but like, I don't know. I would have liked that. Both his and Tressa's like out, and the typed funds went away. Oh, did he? I thought that because that's what Robin was saying in the afterward too, is like, I just imagine that she's like, it's not like we don't know what's going to happen. There's absolutely no doubt that they have a cozy little place on a hill overlooking a river in Elysin. It's just a stone's throw away from Wraith's and Persephone's. Blah, 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 blah. And she's like, for me, I don't have to see the reunion to know that it happens. So I guess I thought that he made it, or that it was assumed that he made it. I thought his light just like was going away, like because he got higher, like because he was climbing. And so they like were dipping out. That's what I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, that would have just been such a nice emotional scene versus the actual ending. But yeah, I'm very, very intrigued to continue in this world. I've said it before, I love like the lore and the mythology aspect to it. I haven't even fully read A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm very familiar with the TV show Game of Thrones, but I have not read all the books. And I thoroughly love the like historical books that are about that world, because I just love these like big, expansive worlds. Like, I just love when authors create something like this, you know, create something with all of this mythology and all of this lore. like, it's so creative. And I mean, obviously it's inspired by different like real life cultures and like mythologies and stuff, but I love it. Like, I love that he keeps writing in this world. Like, I'm like, just write in this world forever, please. I would be very happy with that. I would not be mad at all. Did you guys like the ending? Let me know in the chat if you guys felt similarly, or if you really liked the ending, the final scene with those two. Let me know. And then I'll get into what our predictions were for Age of Empire and see how right or wrong we were. We were mostly right, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ashley. Like, I know Michael J. Sullivan can do that. I know, like I was just saying a little bit ago, he can do that, like, real quick shot right to your heart. And like, I kind of wanted him to do that, The ending prophecy got me so excited. Yeah, I know. Like, what? Who is this? Who is this person? Who is this child? And apparently Malcolm will see. That's my question too. Will we see Malcolm? I mean, we would have to, right? Because yeah, he says, I'll be there to like pick him up when the world beats him down. It's like, who's Malcolm later? Oh, so curious. The fight scene with Nifron and Mandalay was interesting. Oh yeah. Mandalay's he's such a bitch. He's so stupid. I remember reacting to that scene when I was vlogging, and like, he's just such an idiot. Like, and he's such an incel. Like, everyone hates you, dude. Nobody fucking likes you except maybe Macaretta, and you fucking killed her. Like, he's just, no one likes you. No one thinks you're trustworthy. No one thinks you're a good leader. And during this fight, like, no one is cheering you on. They're cheering for Nifron. Like, how do you not see that nobody likes you? He's oblivious to the fact that, like, no one thinks you're a good leader. I don't even think it's that he doesn't care. He's like so delusional that he just doesn't see it at all. And it stresses me out. He stresses me out. Oh my God. But yeah, it was an interesting fight. I liked Nifron's tactic of just getting his whole body tattooed with the, what is it called? The Orenfar or whatever? Orenfar? I don't know. Yeah, that was very interesting. So some of our predictions that we had, Mari being the ruler and Aleeson, correct. I was so excited when we got there. I was like, yes, I was right. Aha! So excited. Oh, I put in question marks, like, who is the Frey dragon? I thought it would be someone important, but it was just like somebody's sister, which I mean is sad, but like it was some random person. We didn't know who the first dragon was. And then many Frey dragons got created. Oh yeah, and then we had a note that the goblins were like followers of Turin or Malcolm, which was true. Yay. Oh, I see a note. I like the fight scene with Suri and Mandalay. Oh yeah. Suri is so much smarter than him. I loved that so much. Like, he's an idiot. And I love that she just so casually is like, he's stupid. Like, yes, he is. Another prediction was that at least one person in the abyss is truly done. That was correct. Definitely Tressa did not make it out, which was sad, but what are you going to do? We had a prediction that Nifron would die, which he did not. He is the Emperor now. And then that Mandalay is going to kill Lothian, which, yup. Oh yeah, we put a note of what's with the Grenmorians, but we didn't we didn't learn anything about that. So there's that. And then were there any predictions left over from that? No. From Age of Death? No. No. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really have that much else to say about it necessarily. I just thought it was a really solid finale to the entire series. And I quite enjoyed my time with it. And I read through it pretty quickly too. These books, I feel like, I don't know if it's just because I like love them, but I don't know. I feel like they're all pretty like quick paced for the most part. Like there's decent enough action happening. But even like, that's my thing, like I said, with quests that I often don't like is a lot of times with quests, I feel like authors like linger on and like, okay, we're trudging through this place and now we're trudging through that place, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like Michael J. Sullivan does quests in a way that works for me, where like having multiple points of view, we're like popping in on the quest. Okay, now we're back over here. Popping in on the quest for a little bit. Okay, now we're back over here. So I don't feel bogged down with this like, okay, now they got to do this thing and now they got to do this. It keeps the pace going really well for me. So yeah, I blew through these things. It's annoying that they lost so much of Bryn's book. Yes. Where's my mouse? Hello? I keep forgetting that I can show comments. I'm an idiot. It's like I've never done this before. Yeah, it's super fucking annoying that they lost so much of Bryn's book. Like very, very, very annoying. I hate it. Stressed me out. And like, I want to know, do we get more of Trylos later on too? Like, is he gonna pop up later? I don't know. I have questions. Because there's quite a bit of like the stuff with Malcolm and Muriel and Trylos that is very open-ended, you know? So I feel like in Nolan or in the Rhaeria books or both, we have to see these characters come back. And I know that, well, I don't want to spoil for anyone else, but, and I don't think it was a spoiler because I can't even remember the name, but I know there is a character in this series, a character who dies in this whole series who is like known in the Rhaeria books as a different name. Like I don't know if they're part of like the mythology, like if they're considered a god or something, but I remember seeing a comment somewhere. Someone said that there is a character in this series who is like known as something else later. And apparently like known as, apparently they're like a big deal. It sounds like, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's very annoying that they lost so much of Bryn's book. I want to see that later on too. Like, does the book of Bryn play a part at all in like Rhaeria or Nolan? I don't know. So many things I don't know and I have questions about. I would like to know. Yeah, let me pop any other comments or questions or any other things you guys want to talk about, because I really don't have that much to talk about with this, and there's no predictions to make for the series anyways, because the series is done. I mean, I guess there's predictions for later on with different stuff. Do we think in Nolan, is Nifron still alive? I'm super curious to see like who Nolan is as a person, you know, like as a character. I'm so curious to see, because like Persephone dies pretty early on in Nolan's life. So I'm very curious to see like if Nifron had like a lot of influence on him, or if the other characters were able to like have more influence on him. Him being the main character, I don't foresee I don't know. I haven't read Rhaeria, so maybe I'm totally wrong, but I don't know. I don't foresee Michael J. Sullivan giving a main character like a horrible personality. You know, I don't see him making someone like Mondelez or Grindal like the main character. So I would assume that Nolan, being the title character, would be like good, you know. But yeah, I'm very, very curious to see And I have the ebook. I just don't want to start it because I want to read the other ones. But yeah, I'm going to read Crown of Tower first because I'm going to start with the Chronicles. So, and I have that. I might start that. I might read that in August. I don't know. I can't remember how many. How many are there for? Let me see real quick. Hello? Type. What am I trying to say? Gray Area Chronicles. How many books there are? I can't remember if there's just 2 or if there's 3. Crown. Oh, Crown Tower. Right? I don't know. Let me see. I think Revelations, there's 3, right? So there's the Crown Tower, the Rose and the Thorn, the Death of Dulgath. Oh, there's a bunch. Oh no, but they're like supposed to be like bound up, right? I'm confused. I'm very confused now. So, okay. How many are there actually? Are there 4? Because then there's Disappearance of Winter's Daughter. Okay, there are 4 chronicles. Okay. Hi, Adam. Okay. So I have 4 to read for that. But then with Revelations, there's just 3, right? Is there just 3? I don't effing know. And it's like I know that it's like 2 volumes, right? So no, give me the fucking you dipshit. Sorry. Theft of Swords, Rise of Empyre, Heir of Novron. Oh, okay. Because I know who Novron is. Oh, I'm so curious. Because we know who Novron is, or at least I do. I think, does everyone know who Novron is? And being an heir of Novron, we know who the mother is. Oh, I'm so okay. I don't want to say anything because I don't know if that's like, is that spoilery? Is it spoilery to know who Novron is? I don't think it is. Is it? Someone tell me. Someone who's read Rhaeria, tell me if is that spoilery to know. I mean, I feel like it's pretty easy to figure out, right? If you've read, wow, what is happening up here? If you've read the Legend series now. Okay, no, okay. Ashley says, "Who is No Brown?" I don't know if it's spoilery. Is it? It's not. Is it spoilery? I don't know. Someone let me know if that's spoilery. It might be. But anyways, that title gives me questions. Oh, I'm so curious. So excited to start this, but apparently now I need to get a bunch more books. It's not really okay. Wait, Revelations is 3? Because this looks, oh yeah, there is 3. Jesus, Deshauna. I can count. I'm an idiot. Oh, Lord. So Novron is just a different name for a character from this series. What does this sound like? It's just a different name. Yeah, so that makes me very, very curious. Which one is it? Who is it? Ah! Anywho, yeah, I'm excited to get to it. And I don't know if he plans on writing even more books in this world. I have no idea. I would not be mad if he did at all. Oh, hey, Vish. Hello, hello. Just stopping in to say hello for a second. You still need to start this series. Unless you did start it. I don't think you did, though. I don't think so. Well, that's about all I've got, guys. Unless anyone has any other topics they wanted to talk about with this book or anything they were curious about my thoughts on with this book. Like I said, without having all the, predictions to make. What? Oh, how would I order the books in the series? Ooh, okay. That's a good question. Let me actually see. I gave the last couple 5 stars, right? So I gave Age of Myth 4.5. I gave Age of Swords 4, Age of War 4.75, Age of Legend 4, and then Death and okay, switch to the other edition then. Dipshit. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Oh, this is annoying as fuck. Storygraph. That's one area where Storygraph sometimes the series, like when it shows you all of the books in a series, there will be like a different version also. Anyway. So okay, I would give at the bottom, I think I rated Age of Swords and Age of Legend both 4, but I think I would put Age of Legend beneath at the bottom. For sure. Yeah, I do. I do plan on making a video, like kind of a, I don't know, series review or series chat. I want to shove it down people's throats because more people need to read the series. Like it's so criminally underrated, especially in like adult fantasy booktube. I'm like, hello? Like, why? Why are more people not reading this? I don't know if it's just not marketed, well enough, especially since the last 3 books were like self-published and whatever. But, and I think too, I don't know if it's because I've heard, I mean, I haven't read Rhaeria yet, but I've heard from people that it's a different tone than the Legends book or the Legends series. That's what I've heard. And it's like a whole different like energy to it because it's these 2 main characters that are like pals or like coworkers. I don't know. They're going around doing adventures and shit. And so that's a very different vibe than this like epic story, right? So I'm like, maybe that's why, if that is true. Again, I haven't read anything in Rhaeria yet, but like, if that is true, I could see that maybe being why people are like, oh, Rhaeria is like whatever, so I don't want to read this. But like, this is like so epic. It's like, if you like that shit, I don't know why you're not reading this. Because like, talk about just great characters, like great emotional moments, like just you guys know so many good things. But yeah, I'll put Age of Legend at the bottom and then Age of Swords after that. Age of Swords has, obviously, we know, a couple of really impactful moments like in the larger series, some of the like top emotional moments of the series. But overall, that one was just a little slower and stuff. So that's why it would be kind of towards the bottom. And then it would be Age of Myth and then Age of War. And then I think Age of Empire and Age of Death would probably be number 1, I think. I think Age of Death was my favorite. There were just so many oh shit moments in Age of Death and precarious situations. And we also just learned so much more about the mythology, which I love. So, I mean, we did learn more about it in Age of Empire too, but like in Age of Death, we just got like a lot of it. And I really, really liked that. So yeah, I think I would say Age of Death is my favorite of the entire series. Yeah. With Age of Legend being my least favorite. But my least favorite is still 4 stars. So pretty good. I think I'll probably start Rhaeria Chronicles next month. Yeah. Because I have the Crown Tower already. So I'll probably read that one next month. I'm going to leave the Discord server like open and ow, shit. I'll probably put like I'll do different channels like on the side for each of the Rhyuria books so that if people want, they can jump in there and like talk about whatever book. I'm not going to be continuing to do like an official read along um on my channel or anything like that, but I will keep the server open so people can jump in there and talk. Since apparently there's not a lot of people reading these books, so this way we can all talk to each other, the few of us that are. More people need to. Do I have predictions for Nolan? I really don't. I hope. Okay, I do. One prediction I have is more stuff with goblins. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about the premise, the synopsis for Nolan. And after reading this series, I'm like, huh. I don't know why. Like, I just think Michael J. Sullivan is very smart and clever, and he can tie in all of this mythology really well. Like, he's proven that. So I'm like, he left some questions with the goblins. They just kind of popped in at the end, and like we didn't see much more of them. And I don't know, I just for some reason I feel like there's gonna be something with that with Nolan. But and I don't know if I think Nifron is gonna be alive still or not. I'm not sure. And I'm predicting that Nolan and Nifron probably didn't have a great father-son relationship just because Nifron's a dipshit. So that's another prediction. But other than that, I don't really have any. No. I don't know. I'm just very excited to get to it eventually. Oh, this is your order. So with number 1 being like number 1, or with number 1 being like the last one. You know what I'm saying? Favorite or least favorite? Number 1. Because I could see number 2 being a favorite because of the stuff that happens in it. But maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. About the Discord. Yes. Yay, indeed. Yay, indeed. But yeah, I will be doing a video about the series. Like I said, just to kind of repeat the shit I've already said in all of these videos and all of my wrap ups when I talk about these books, but just to put it all in one place and to just hopefully really inspire people to read this series. Okay, number 1 is your favorite and number 2 is least favorite. Okay. Yeah, number 2 is my like almost least favorite. So with you there. Number 1 was really good too, but I don't know. In the grand scheme of things with the other ones. I mean, I gave the first one 4.5, so it's still pretty high. Change upon a read. The only one of mine that changed on reread, I think, was which one was it? I think Age of Legend. I changed my rating. I think the other ones all stayed the same. The ones that I reread, the first 4. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I could grab the books, but I don't feel like it. Whatever. Well, all right, folks. I'm gonna head out. Unless anyone had anything else they wanted to touch on, but that's all for me. I really, really appreciate everyone who joined in on the read along. It was a lot of fun. I very rarely do things like that that require me to be like sort of organized and like, I don't know, give me some level of obligation. I don't like it. But I'm really happy I did. It was very low key, you know what I mean? Super low key, 1 book a month. Like, I don't know. It was fun times. And I'm really glad that quite a few people joined and did the read along with us. So yay. Yeah, thanks. Yay, yay, yay. Yay. Deuces, Adam. Yeah, it was really nice. And yeah, like I said, I'll leave the Discord server open so we all can chat about the Rhyuria books as we read through those, however we read them, if we're reading Rhyuria Revelations first or Chronicles. So yeah, woot woot. Thank you all, and I hope everyone has a fantastical rest of your, what is it today? Saturday. It's Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your life, you know? not just your weekend. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.